What did we do last weekend? We went printer shopping.
Printer shopping?
And we found a nice HP for under $600.
Whose life are you telling right now? Are we rolling? And our levels look good. Okay, I trust you.
I'm slurping on that body brain.
Mike is gonna be rock hard by the end of this.
Yo, I got that motherfucking tongue cat in my system, dog.
Tongue cat Ali.
Got that tongue cat all in We did Christos' show. I got free drinks. I went and hung out with my friend Matthew, and then we hung out with our friends.
Yeah.
And
I had people over on Sunday. I had a little family dinner with my friends. I hosted a little family dinner.
Was that Sunday? I
Sunday,
thought that
yeah.
was Saturday.
I think that was Sunday. Oh, no, it was Saturday. You're right. It was Saturday.
And then what was Sunday?
I made this dessert that was like a cookie bar version of the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts.
One of the best desserts I've ever had.
Incredible. Everyone should look that up because that's so delicious. Best Pop-Tart flavor.
Nope.
What's the best?
S'mores.
Disgusting. I had one in my head that I was like, I would defend you unless you say this, and it's s'mores. S'mores is nasty.
Nat said the N-word in her head.
What? Welcome to GaS Digital, now the GaS Digital wrap-up show. On this show, we talk about all the other shows that came out on the network this week and all the top tier moments.
Shout out GaS Digital. New app just launched.
I can finally stop watching it on the browser on my phone when our show airs.
GaS Digital to the moon, baby.
To the moon.
And it works great on it.
It is very
Not to be a company shill, but it was very
Mike would just
responsive.
Mike would just not be saying anything if it sucked. He would not have brought it up. No, you
true.
wouldn't come out here and be like, it's bad.
I don't want them to interpret my silence as violence.
Oh, okay, fair enough. New app. Stop emailing me about the app because, just kidding, I'm not getting direct emails about the app. Do we have studio lore? I was in studio this week.
We, what did we do in studio? We went to Skanks.
Yeah, on Monday we were in. We were both here in person. We went to Legion of Skanks. It has been a good week for Part of the Problem, I will say.
It hasn't been a rough week?
I mean, it's been a rough week for Dave, but it's been a good week for Part of the Problem. So, in my job, the numbers are up. And that has nothing to do with anything, completely out of the blue. No real life events that would have caused that. However, Dave, same thing, just by coincidence, was not on Skanks this week. He took the day off. We were in studio on Monday. I decided to go in for Skanks. It was fun. The vibes were good.
Yeah.
I'd say. Hung out with Joshua. I got to meet Joshua's wife. That was really nice. She was very cool.
Yeah, he gave us a high chew.
Oh, I'm eating this right now. Josh was a real one. You can't see us in the background of Skanks this week, which had Colin Turrell and Dan Soder, by the way. You cannot see us in the background this time. However, Josh is silently feeding us high chews the entire time.
Yeah, he was getting high on his own supply of high chews.
He was getting chew on his own supply.
Damn. Thank you for alley-ooping that one for me. Yeah, so what I was not really in studio besides that this week. But
me either.
We just ran into Natty, who was just in LA.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking about how she was like on sandbox mode as far as getting on stage for her was, which was pretty cool. She had she said it was
thank you for that.
As a Buffalo girl that she was having difficulty with the always sunny 90-degree days.
I agree. I feel the same way. We were talking about LA out in the lounge a little bit because AJ was asking me what my favorite cities that I've been to were. And I had omitted LA, and I was like, LA was cool. Couldn't live there. Too monotonous, the weather. And too hard to get around.
Yeah,
Too spread out. Meant to be viewed at 40 miles an hour.
I was like, did you get a car for all this traveling? She was, no, my manager drove me around. I'm like, well, that actually feels kind of pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I would probably love LA if I had someone to drive me everywhere.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Yeah. Very cool. Good for her. We, who did she have on this week? Oh, Annie Lederman, correct?
Yeah, and Brandon Wardell. But the episode that she was recording today was For James Matter.
Very cool. That's a little sneak peek of an episode that hasn't come out yet. Or maybe it has come out by the time this airs.
We were talking to Dave Temple last week. That was fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was...
oh, yeah, talking about apartment stuff.
He was telling us about Hoboken living and
yeah,
baby mama drama.
Yes, indeed. I also got to see Derek Gaines at the stand this week.
Yeah.
He was taking credit for us.
He was like,
I
good
feel
for
like
y'all.
He's like, I had a
like
hand in this. He was like, I like this. He was like, I got a hand in this. I feel like I had a hand in this that No Need did. And that was very cool. So yes, hung out at Skanks this week. What key moments here? It was, rarely do I get to record. So fun fact, whenever there's a Who's Most Justified, Alex comes in like a couple hours before and goes, I need everyone who has a second. And we all stand around in his studio with a bunch of microphones set up.
This is some good inside studio lore that no one knows about.
Yeah. And she goes, everyone gather around. And she goes, all right, here's how it's going to go. Who's most justified committing political assassination? She's like, just like that. Political assassination. We got to make it take up the same amount of syllables as the original. And then we did it like 8 times. And then she goes back to listen to it, and she was holding like a handheld mic, and she's like, it's too much me.
Yeah.
And of course, I had never seen it in action. Usually I'm not at Skanks that day so far. And I was at Skanks, and I was like, oh, I get to see it in action. And everyone just cheers over it.
Yeah.
So you can't even hear what the audio is at all. I guess it will not sound like that in post.
Yeah, you're going to hear it in the actual episode.
But there will be, I assume they don't cut the mics for that. I assume there will be an amount of
chatter, but it's not an audio. There's not an audience mic.
No, but yeah, that's a very good point. It's much louder in the room than it will be in post. That's such a good point. But yeah, so it was fun to see it in action, and it was
It's like finding out that Bobby was filler up.
Yeah, Bobby was filler up, and you're listening to GaS Digital Network was Brian.
Yes.
I love those. So if you're, listen out next time. Which we still use, by the way.
The Believe You Me intro is Ralph.
I've never heard the Believe You Me intro. That's funny. That's like how I was working here for a long time before I heard the Spook Show intro. Because unlike the other shows, which go straight into it from the intro, there's never any intro when you're recording Spook Show.
Which, by the way,
it's all post.
If you are a GaS Digital subscriber, and if you're not, this is also for you. I mean, check out the pre-stream. Frank puts together the most high-level
Spook Show.
Zach Amico Spook Show pre-stream at 11:30. You gotta. There's never a better curation that just goes. It's a hidden gem.
Yeah, big time hidden gem. Because none of the other shows have customized intros like that. It's just the same pre-stream more or less every week until they make a new one. Spook Show is new every week.
Yeah.
Depending on the episode. And Zach picks a little bit and Frank picks most of it. And it's special. It's a fun hang. We got to get back on Spook Show. I would love that.
Yeah.
Cuz it's been probably almost a year since we were on. We were not out when we were on.
Really?
Yes, really. Pretty sure.
I think that's not true.
I think that's very true. I remember we told them in like April, and it's been at least a year since we were on Spook Show, the dog movie.
Yeah,
I'll look that up.
Together.
We were together, but no one knew. It was under wraps. I would put money on that. I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna put that over text here.
I'll take your money.
So yeah, do you have anything specific for Skanks this week? Oh, sorry. Can't call it that
I like that
anymore.
They said, where's Legion? Thank you. I like that they said that, where's Waldo? was at all the political assassinations.
That was a pretty good one. I do like the fact that the political assassination bit was like not the one that just happened. It was like I thought that was going to be one of them.
Yeah.
And it just ended up being 3 historic political assassinations. It was always good to see Dan Soder, and he, as Mike put it, left a Soder-sized hole in the wall as soon as he left. I was kind of hoping to say goodbye to him. But
a new married column.
A new married column, yes. Very true.
I liked I put this in the clip, but like I thought it was funny that Jay was like, "Well, you're really bad at moment of silences."
First of all, can we just take a quick moment of silence for Charlie Kirk, Chucky as I call him. He's Chucky Kirk.
Chucky Kirk, yeah.
Chucky Kirk, guys, we did it. Yeah, I feel bad. I'm a Christian. I'm a conservative, and I have all of his ideals.
You're horrible at moment of silences.
I'm gonna put that in here. That was a great one where Lewis was like, "Moment of silence." We were friends with him, yeah, and he's like, "That was awful." It was great. It was a really funny episode.
What do you think of the My Pet Monster part?
I think it's been said on air that the My Pet Monster looks like Zach. That's definitely been said on rap before.
But like that Lewis fucked it or wanted to fuck it or whatever.
That doesn't surprise me, and I feel again same thing. I feel like there's no way that My Pet Monster came up on rap and they didn't say Lewis wanted to fuck it and that it looks like Zach. Like it all lives in the back of my memory, even if I can't specifically remember why. Jay made a Mike joke, and Mike was not there for it. He was there for the rest of the episode, but he just happened to be missing for the one time that they were like, Lee Harvey Oswald looks like Gable and Mike if he was handsome. And Jay was like, more like C. Hardly Oswald. And then he did a lap.
Yes.
He literally went around and high-fived everybody.
Yeah, it was like the when I was on the Nick Mullen episode, and they had found out that I was a virgin, and Lewis was like, "Aaron, why don't you just give it up?" and then Jay was like, "Yeah, you're always on Discord. Why don't you get on Discord?" and then he does a lap.
Stupid.
And then Lewis again was like, "That didn't warrant that."
Yeah, no, he was like, "You do great jokes all the time. If we had to stop every time." Every time you did a great joke, there would be no show. It's crazy.
Yeah. But the other one was, so I made a viral clip for them from the Charlie Kirk episode not by accident, because I knew what I was doing when I was cutting it, kind of. But,
yeah.
So the part where they were watching everyone like
Get fired.
reacting to the death that was celebrating it. One of the people on there was Charleston White.
Oh, yes.
And they said it was Cat Williams.
Right.
And so no one knew that they were like doing a bit, and so they were like, "Did they really think that Charleston White is Cat Williams?"
That's so funny. That's funny. So you just left out the part where they said that?
Yeah, kind of.
Got it. That's funny.
Also for the brevity of the clip.
Yeah, I agree completely.
But yeah, so I mean, it was a great Cat Williams impression.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
There's conservative pimps and liberal pimps and libertarian pimps.
I forget the other part. The neck of America is safe for now, or something like that.
Neck game strong.
What? Do you have anything else for Skanks?
What did you? I didn't know why they brought back the. The wheel of impressions peaked when Mark Norman went, please not a black guy.
And it's
landed on black guy. You can't get better than that.
No, you can't get better than that.
Literally the funniest wheel of impressions we'll ever get.
This one, and they admitted it on the episode, they were like, the first one was great, and then they had to go and spin it again, and it ruined everything.
Wigger Batman was pretty funny.
Wigger Batman is pretty funny. Yeah.
But that's also probably 8 Cumtown bits.
2 people in front of us were walked, like, early. And I saw Joe going up to them being like, "Hey, do you know what this is?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "It's a podcast. There's a lot of inside jokes. There's a lot of offensive humor, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll stay," and then they walked like 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that'll happen.
yeah, for sure. I got
Inside
people
jokes is a great way to put it.
That is a good way to put it.
Good
Like,
on you, Joe.
inside
I
joke.
love Joe Harari.
Yeah, me too. We can move on.
What do you have from Dark Holes? I mean Dark Holes.
Dart spelled Darche for
Yo,
Che.
Darth Holes.
Darth Holes. That's a porn somewhere. Che is back in studio. He was freed from Canada.
Yeah.
Everyone say
Oh
congrats.
yeah, bud.
Everyone say congrats to Che. Che brought over
Welcome back, bud.
Che dropped off like a care package of weed materials earlier. There's some studio lore today, Thursday, the 18th or whatever. Che came in and was like, "Hey, I'm moving. Anyone want this?" And I was like, "I'm sure everyone here will love this." Had like gummies and like actual shit. And he's like, "Are you a stoner?" And Che's like, "No." And I go, "Yeah, that's why he's got all this shit. He would have used it up if he was." So that was cool. Shout out Che.
I thought my joke was funny.
What was it?
Where I was like, I said like, you don't, I guess you're not getting rid of the bag of horny DMs you have.
I didn't hear that. That's funny.
And he was like, "No, I know exactly what to do with those."
That's funny. I like Che.
Oh yeah, because he said, "I don't know what to do with this weed stuff," and I'm like, "But you do have a bag of horny DMs that you do know what to do with." And he's like, "Yeah, I know exactly what to do with those."
That's funny. Che was talking about, first of all, he started out, he was in glasses. Rare Che glasses sighting. Glasses Che. He goes, "Yeah, my eyes have been really fucked up and irritated. I need to go to an optometrist."
Oh.
Is that correct? And people were saying
that's where you go when you want to kill your enemies. I go to the optometrist and I get my gun.
Pow pow.
That's what I call my gun dealer, is the optometrist, bro.
Why did you quit rapping?
I should do I want to do reggae sound effects.
Yeah, that's good. I like the I like There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's good. These are all drops that you guys should be using at home.
But that, like when we were in Jamaica, that's all you would hear is just like
Car horns.
Yeah, I'm like, how is this legal?
Yeah.
Why you can't put police sirens in a song so much?
Yeah, I hate that when there's any car sound in a song, because then I hear it while I'm driving. I'm like, who said that? But yeah, people were saying that it was his air conditioning, because they're like, do you ever change the filter on your air conditioner? And he's like, no, never. And they're like, how long have you had it? And he's like, well, I bought it secondhand 3 years ago. And they're like, yeah, you should change that every 6 months. And he's like, so maybe it's just blowing mold into my eyes. But he said,
bro's got eye mold.
That's what I'm worried about, because I was getting a couple months ago, I was getting headaches, and you've got eye mold. A couple months ago, I was getting headaches, and my roommate was like, maybe you need to get your eyes checked. And I was like, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, my eyes are fine. My child is fine.
My child.
My eyes are fine. But he was talking about a detective, chief, who was caught in sick sex sting. Not sexting. Because he kept saying sexting, and I was like, why are you sexting at Penn Station? Like, who cares where the sexting took place? A sex sting.
Where he kept fucking with bees in the room.
Yes. That's hot. No, that's my other podcast. That he was just jerking off with some dudes in the Penn Station bathroom. Che mentioned that this was, he's like, this is close to me because I've been in Penn Station. Wow, that could have been happening. A guy could have been getting a whole eggplant up his butt.
Yeah, for real.
Without me knowing, and I was just right there at Penn Station. And that's not what happened.
You're gonna catch a disease if you do that in the Newark Penn Station bathroom.
I think they're equal in grossness.
No, at least they clean the New York one pretty consistently. People just be shitting in the urinals at the Newark one.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you would get that in the Newark Penn Station, let alone the New York Penn Station. But you're like, no, Newark is worse.
Yeah, they at least they keep it clean for tourists in Newark.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
Newark.
Yeah, Newark doesn't have any tourists.
Or the Trenton one.
Yeah. So free this guy, I guess. I
Wait,
don't know.
what was he doing in those bathrooms?
He was caught soliciting men for jerkage.
Wait, but like, where they go in the same stall,
I think so.
and you'd see two pair of feet in the stalls. That's where God carried him.
I double checked with Jorge because we had to get into this show, so I didn't hear the very end of the story. But I'm like, that's all he did, and he was like, yeah, pretty much. So if I will make an amendment to this if that is not the case. But Che was like, I don't think this is a big deal. This guy's just trying to get his rocks off. There's fucking
So many rocks in Penn Station.
exactly. There's nuts everywhere. And Che was also talking about he's like, trains are cool.
Here's what
and
I
we
would say.
are both pro train on this.
Here's the hack. Same building, but be a little bit more discreet about it. Go in MSG bathroom.
There you go. Can you just go into those?
I mean, I don't see if you're a cop. Why not?
I don't know if he was a cop.
You said it was a detective.
He was
or
like a chief or
chief.
something, but like
He was
he
an,
was
in-
not
he
in
was
a
a Native
uniform.
American.
yeah.
This
He-
is my land. I can jerk off on it if I want to.
He was not a uniformed cop.
I just like the idea of a Native American jerking off wherever he wants because he's like, this is my
This is
land.
my land.
I'm marking my territory.
That's so funny. That's all I had on that. I just want to give Dark Holes some love because it's a fun one and Che's back in studio.
Yeah.
What do you
Welcome back, Che. So Luis G. Gomez and Michael De Canon was on Zach's Morning Zoo,
Indeed.
and you caught this episode before I did.
Caught it live.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I have an opinion on this. I have a topic if you don't have a topic.
Now-
If it's not the same as yours, rather.
I think you know where I'm going with this. They brought up a story
Okay.
about the poop plug.
No, that's not where I was going with this.
They were talking about a kid who whose parent would put a poop plug in their butt.
So that the devil wouldn't rape them in their sleep or something like that?
Yes, but they didn't know that. They went to the
Okay.
school and said the poop plug came out, and the school was like, "Your what?"
Right.
And they were like, your poop plug, and they were like,
When I was little, my mom used to put a butt plug in me, which she called a poop plug,
It is. It's incest.
and I'd wear it all the time. I was told only take it out to poop, wipe my butt, then put it back in. I was really young, so I thought this was just something everybody did. But one time at school, I dropped it when I flushed the toilet and ended up getting flushed. So when I went back to class, I told my teacher that my poop plug got flushed down the toilet. She had no idea what I was talking about, so she sent me to the school nurse. After trying to explain what a poop plug was for 15 minutes, the school calls the police. The police ask me all these questions, and at first I'm scared because I think I'm in trouble for losing my poop plug. Turns out my mom has schizophrenia and was making me wear this so Satan couldn't stick his cock in my pooper and make me gay.
So
Call the
wait.
cops.
Do you remember if this was a story that Zach told that he knew the guy?
"No, you read it online."
Okay, I think this is I've also read this online.
Oh,
So this is not a new story. I believe that it happened. I do believe that this happened, but I'm like, this is so familiar to me. Why is that? And I don't think it's that I heard it on a show. I think it's that I read it on the
it's a
internet.
copy paste.
It might be a copy paste. Yeah, it might be a
Bruh.
copy pasta. So wait, where are you going with this?
Fine.
No, I still want to
whatever.
answer the question about it.
Did you have any only household things you didn't realize was the only household you thing?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. Here's the first thing that came to mind. I've talked about this with Alex, and she said that she does this to her kid. So it's not that weird. But my mom, if we were sitting on the couch with my mom and I was barefoot, she would crack my toes. And I didn't like it. But I think that was just a my mom thing.
You told me one about me that I was like, wait, that you didn't do that?
Was it that your parents make you pay for dinner when you go out with them?
No, sitting on the steps.
What about sitting on the steps?
That's a timeout punishment.
No, I was not made to sit on the steps for
I wanna
timeout.
ask
That
Jorge.
actually makes sense, though. If you're going to go in timeout, it should be somewhere that's, like, removed from what's going on. Jorge!
I want to know if this is just a me punishment or if you had this too, because Natalie was unfamiliar with it when I first broached it to her. Did your parents or did you know any families whose punishment for their children was sitting on the steps?
Not off the top of my head.
What? But I, don't get why to you it's special that it's on the steps.
Yeah,
Being put in timeout is, not a weird concept.
Yeah, it's just that's what's around. It's like instead of being put in the corner, you're being
Put on the steps because there were steps, yeah.
Okay, but I mean,
They wouldn't make you sit on the steps if it was, raining, would you?
No, it was indoors.
Oh, then, yeah, whatever. That makes sense to me.
But they would talk shit about you. It was so that you could be in earshot so they could talk shit about you and you couldn't respond
Yeah,
because you're on timeout.
Nobody likes a stepchild.
Title of this episode. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I'm
no one
not
in my
familiar
family,
with that.
No one in my family could stare.
Not no one.
Not no one, not nobody.
Yeah, that's what's the other one? Did you ever wear things that you put in the fridge that you didn't realize that other people didn't put in the fridge?
Oh, I didn't realize that people put butter in the fridge.
I was gonna say butter too.
Out.
I was gonna say butter too. We used to keep butter in the fridge.
I mean, one of our other timeouts was going in the fridge. We had to sit in the fridge.
With the door shut?
That's how I knew that the light turns off.
No, you would go in the fridge to hide because the snacks were in there.
Yo, got my ass.
I remember when I learned that you could leave butter on the counter. I was mind blown. That was something I started doing when I moved out. That I was now it's soft. You know?
Can I tell you the fatal flaw with also sitting on the steps for parents?
What's that?
In one of my houses, because the dining room was facing, it was kind of like a townhouse. So the dining room was in the back and the steps were in the front of the house. So I would just kind of slowly work my way up the steps until I couldn't be seen on the steps anymore.
Yeah.
And then I would just go up to my room and read or play on my DS or something.
And they wouldn't care? They wouldn't notice?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Or I would bring a book back down.
Oh, that's
and
cute.
then I would sit on the book when it was my turn.
That's funny.
Or I put the DS in my pocket or something.
That's good. I like that. That's a good one.
My mom listens to this and she's going to yell at me.
You're 26. You're about to be 27 years old. There's no way. Statute of limitations, Mike.
Things that would be put in the fridge.
That's okay. Things that you didn't realize was weird that you're.
I think it's weird that people put peanut butter in the fridge.
That is weird. You like cold peanut butter? I don't know. They used to bathe me and my brother together until I was 9 years old. So, not always.
Was it because your brother needed someone else in there to feel comfortable?
No, because it was not always. It would just be if there was a time that they were giving my brother a bath. Because my brother was 4, so it wasn't weird for him. They would just be you want to hop in? Hop in. Because by 9, I think I was showering. I was not taking baths. But it would just be if they were giving my brother a bath and I wanted to hop in, I would just it would be a time to hang out with. Pretty sure not, maybe 8. Maybe 8, and then my brother was 3. So maybe that makes more sense.
There it is.
Because then my brother's like a toddler, and that's not weird anymore, you know? So maybe that's weird. And I've never expressed that to someone where they're like, that's weird. I just am
it's
observing
not
now.
regular.
It's not regular.
But
yeah.
it's not abnormal.
No.
Regular, it's normal, but it's not regular.
Common.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes normal and regular don't mean the same thing.
I
and this
agree.
is one of those instances.
I would say it was the opposite. I would say it was regular, but it's not normal.
That's what I meant. That's what I said.
You said the opposite.
No.
My ex used to be
regular.
my when we were young kids, like toddlers, my dad used to take us in the if we wanted to sit, kind of the same thing where if he was showering and we wanted to hop in if we were like toddlers, that we could like come in and shower with him. And I was like, that's odd. I don't see a problem with it, especially if you're like a little kid, but like I don't think it's that weird, but it's also not common, not regular.
Did you get spanked?
No, did not get spanked.
Jorge, did you get spanked?
You know Jorge got spanked.
Really? Because
Yeah.
he's gay?
Yeah, because he liked it a little too much. No corporal punishment?
Jorge, one more question for you.
No, just ask him now. It's a short question.
Jorge, did you get spanked as a child?
Yeah, and pegged.
What the fuck?
He didn't like it until you've made him cry. You've made him cry. Now he's crying. Mike, is crying. I have a question from this episode. And I mentioned it in the chat and everyone clowned me for it incorrectly. They were talking about a doctor who had a fetish for surgeries who amputated his own legs.
Damn, you got a bad case of love in you?
What song is that?
Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of love in you.
Amputated both of his own legs. And Lewis was saying, I think that a guy could do better with no legs. That this regular looking guy is more interesting with no legs. He's like, it doesn't work that way for women. But women who are interested in men are like, oh, it makes him interesting. There's like a, maybe there's a story. Maybe he's a veteran. Maybe he lost them in a valiant way that he would gain points with the ladies. I said...
Yeah, that changes real quick, though, when he has to use a step stool to go potty.
I agree. I said in the chat, if you have a hot guy with no legs versus an ugly guy with legs, I think the hot guy is doing better. But if you have a hot guy with legs versus a hot guy with no legs, hot guy with legs is going to win. The legs are not giving you more at that point.
Did my visual impairment give me any points for you? Or the perseverance?
I mean, I like that about you now as your partner, but I wouldn't say that I was originally more attracted to you because of that versus not.
Okay. So there you go. That answers part of the question, I think.
Maybe if we had met under different circumstances, it would have. But that wasn't really a factor.
Factor meals?
That wasn't really a factor meal. Anyway, that's how I feel. Also, Lewis said that any woman who wears a skirt with shorts underneath should get raped, and I resent that.
It is a weird look.
You're not supposed to see it.
Then that's the point. She's showing it off.
You listened to the episode. That's what they said.
What's the deal?
What's the deal?
You gotta wear a skirt or a pants. You can't wear both. It's in or out. I don't know. It's a little goofy. That's like.
Well, you're not supposed to know. The point is that you're not supposed to know unless you have a complete Marilyn Monroe white dress moment.
Yeah, but
also, stop looking.
The idea. Why else are you wearing it?
Because it looks nice.
Oh, so now all of a sudden you're supposed to look, but you're not supposed to look.
Are you? Take your fucking glasses off. I can't tell if you're being serious.
You're supposed to look, but you're not supposed to. Make up your mind. Are you looking down there or not? You just said
not
it's
down there, you piece of shit. Not there. I have a nice outfit. I don't want you to look at my ass crack. That's not the point of the outfit.
So what's the point of wearing the shorts?
If there's a breeze or a staircase. If someone's putting a camera up there on their walking stick or whatever.
So it is meant to be looked at. Okay. Well, we've determined that we've gone through that logic hole.
I'm not fucking you later.
Is it supposed to be looked at or not?
Looked at the outfit is not the same as looked up a skirt. That's not the same thing. Oh, so you're doing a bit. I realize that you're not being serious here.
It's obviously it's meant to be seen at some point.
My pussy? No.
The shorts.
No, they're not. They're for emergencies. They're for upskirt situations. They're to prevent upskirts.
That means they're meant to be seen.
Ideally, the skirt would stay down and no one would need to know that it's there.
So just wear underwear.
You're being obtuse on purpose.
I'm making good points.
Let's move on to, you said you had Story Wars? Who was on? Oh, we checked
The
this.
great Ron Bennington, Ian Fidance, and Lemaire Lee.
Ooh. Odd
Um,
combo.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
It was a great combo.
You interviewed Bennington and he was polite to you.
Yes.
Cordial as ever.
Let's you want to play guess the
If you got it prepared, sure.
we'll play a round of guess the theme where I give Natalie the stories from Story Wars and she has to guess what the theme was.
I love it. Here's some studio lore. Someone in the part of the problem chat said that I have fat tits. I'm like, if you think I have fat tits, you need to see some tits in real life because these are firmly lower middle size, like on the low end. But thanks. I appreciate it. And then I was saying that in the chat and Dave, it was one of the rare moments that Dave was reading the chat. I'm like, fuck, this is embarrassing.
Okay. First story was, when I was a kid, I told my friends a funny joke that two old guys who lived together on my block SA'd a girl who we all crushed on. One of my friends told their mom, and it started unwarranted drama.
Okay.
The second story was, when I was a kid, I would rummage through my neighbor's garbage because he had empty condom boxes that had nude women on them. I kept the boxes hidden in my room.
Okay.
The last one is, me and my brother lost a child in a cornfield. What would the theme of those be?
I was gonna say neighbors
Okay.
at first,
Uh-huh.
but then the third one kind of threw me, but I'm wondering if the verbiage is that way on purpose.
Ooh.
So how many guesses do I have?
3.
First guess neighbors.
Okay.
And that's not it?
Well, you have 3 guesses.
Usually you tell me if it's right.
You're just saying that.
Well, you seem deliberately combative because that appears to be the right answer.
What are your 3 guesses?
Neighbors, getting in trouble?
Trouble.
Like getting in trouble as a child, like some succinct way of saying caught, like getting caught as a kid.
Delinquency?
Yeah, that's not my word. If there's something similar to that of like as a kid getting in trouble, punishment, but not necessarily punishment, and things that would get you put on the stairs.
Yeah.
Third guess. Favors? Like doing favors for people? Although I guess that doesn't tie into the condom boxes one. I'm going to go with my first two guesses, and then I'm going to make a third guess if it's neither.
It's Neighbors.
Yay!
It was hard to, as I was scrolling through the episode, I realized every story had the word
neighbor in it.
So I had to kind of... Luckily, Ron's story did not have the word neighbor in it.
Lost a child in a cornfield. Spoiler alert.
Nope.
Oh, what was it?
His was... Which one? Guess.
Lost a child in a cornfield?
No.
The one that didn't have the word neighbors in it? That was the other two you read had the word neighbors in them.
Nope.
What was it?
When we were kids, I told a joke about two guys who lived together on our block.
Oh,
That
wow.
SA'd a girl, even though they didn't. There was no SA.
Oh, I don't know why.
He just made the joke.
Right. I don't know why. In my head, it was like one of the people who lived in my building, which I put together as neighbors. Very good.
The cornfield story was Lemaire,
Oh, that makes sense to me, actually.
and the brother was Jabri.
Jabri!
Shout out Jibs.
Jabri was great. I remember him. That was a good one. I love this game. I always look forward to it.
I'm glad.
It's a fun one. It's better than guess whose story it is, because I'm not good at that, but I like guessing the theme.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
Ian told a story about how he'll play a prank where he'll go into, like, if he and his friends are at a public place at, like, a mall or something, he'll go into the bathrooms if his friends are peeing and be like, "This guy's here to meet a kid," and just scream at the top of it. He'll pull out his phone
Woof, woof.
in, like, a public place and be like, "This guy's here to meet a kid."
That's woof.
That's similar to who was on the road with? It was. I forget who was on. It was like. Oh my God, who was on the road with Ian? And it was like they had changed someone in their contacts. They had changed their name in the contacts on Ian's phone to say like Rogan or something.
Oh, hilarious.
So that like when Ian was hooking up with someone, he'd be like, "Oops, Joe Rogan's calling me right now."
That's like a good prank. That's not really a prank.
Yeah, he told that on Bye Guys before.
I remember that. It does ring a bell to me.
I think it was Ryan
been
Shaner, I
sitting
want
out
to
too long.
say.
Oh, I miss Shaner.
He'll be back.
Petition get us on the end.
Yeah.
I should just message him.
Oh, yeah. I want to put on a fake mustache
You
for
should.
the episode and be like, "What up? What the fuck?"
What the fuck is up? You're like, I love you so much. I wanted to emulate. I admire you.
No.
You want to do Spook Show last?
Didn't we have another one?
It's not worth. We have 5 without it. If you want to just do.
What was on the gate?
Why do you always do that? You can tell that I want to get out of a question and you insist on. You know how you feel when you say something and it's bad and I don't hear it right away and I ask you to repeat it and you go, "No, it's not good." And I go, "Repeat it anyway." And then you do and it's bad.
Sometimes it turns out good.
Oh, the questions?
Yeah, the
well,
fans-
sometimes the stupid jokes you say are good too.
Sometimes it leads to a good conversation topic. The
What
fans
was-
demand more content.
What was the other guest name on the Gate last week besides Napoleon Emil?
Oh yeah, Jessica Levin was on with Napoleon Emil. And
I wasn't seated.
that has a question about it.
So Jessica Levin and Napoleon Emil were both on the Gate last week, and it was a lot of Charlie Kirk talk that we're gonna skip because I'm just I don't have the capacity in here anymore.
Bumbleclap.
However, they were talking about 2 different types of black weebs. One, anime weebs.
Oh, this
versus
is actually pretty good.
the old school samurai black guys.
Okay.
And Jessica said that the samurai black guys are inherently cooler.
Black
makes
guys
sense.
love kung fu.
Well, black
Wu-Tang,
people love kung fu. That was like that was a program in the 70s. Like every
Yeah.
Saturday morning, they have
do
a bunch of
kung
kung
fu
fu
theater.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the niggas today who love Anime, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
That's why I said.
But hold on.
Have to
There's-
duck everywhere.
You have to admit, though,
He wants
Samurai
to get
Black
treated like
is
a
cooler.
athlete. They're like, oh, you play football.
So there was this black dude
No,
I knew.
they'll call him like they don't give a
Right.
fuck. He'll go there. They'll call him like LeBron James. They're like LeBron.
But Anime
Chris
Black
Tucker.
is nerd, though, isn't it?
Huh?
Anime Black is nerdery.
That's blurds, black nerds.
Yeah, it's not, that'd be nerds. If like
Maybe not the
Samurai
hard
Black
R.
is like, yeah. No.
Than the regular anime black guys of the modern era. What do you think about this?
This is a great topic.
Well, I don't really have anything to say about it, but I'm glad that you like it.
Yeah, it's like, well, what does she mean by like the Wu-Tang, right? Like
Wu-Tang, but yeah, dudes
Like,
who were born
loving-
in like the 70s and
like
80s.
how Godfrey loves Bruce Lee.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So it's like older black dudes, their version of black guy weebs
Yeah, it's
are like into like samurai swords and shit.
the difference is it's
Katanas.
even though they say it is, it's less about the love for the culture than it was back then. You know what I mean? It's like now it's kind of like it's about it's like baseball for nerds where like they're following the statistics of the thing. And
Yeah.
Like, you know, like the who has more power, and it's like it's been marvelized.
The anime stuff?
Yeah, now it's just Marvel.
Okay. I mean, it kind of always was, you know?
But, like-
anime was in general. It's
Sure,
kind of the
but
same
like
shit.
the Bruce Lee stuff wasn't.
I agree.
That's what I think the difference is. Now it's like it's all the kind of like Marvel stuff and knowing all the characters and reading the mangas and
Yeah.
like I know more than you.
Sure.
back in the day, it
Nerd
was, like,
shit.
Yeah, back in the day it was like a celebration of how cool this like style of, you know, karate or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's fighting swords and shit. Definitely not karate.
It was about it was like manly. It was like
It
masculine.
was masculine. Yeah.
There
It was
was-
about the swords and shit.
Yeah, now it's about like it's like Batman, but if Batman had swords.
Was Japanese.
Yeah.
They also said that Comic-Con used to be cool, and now that's gay and goofy too. That it's all just like naked, half-naked women.
Well, the difference with that is
I will say, I think it was kind of always like that, though.
it's become commercialized.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I guess I don't know when Comic-Con was invented, but as long ago as, like, when I was, like, peak YouTube audience member, and I heard of Comic-Con, and I was watching fucking Big Bang Theory and shit, there were fucking hot women dressed like Poison Ivy, you know? Like, I don't think that's a new concept.
Yeah, you're
A new phenomenon.
You're not going to bring salad to the fat convention.
Exactly. So I disagree with the idea that now it's just all these hot women who don't care. By the way, I think the hot women do care. I think
They
fucking...
love the attention.
No, but I think they also are kind of nerds.
Yeah.
Like, I agree.
Yes.
You can say that you don't think that they would fuck the ugly guys. That may be true. I will support that. However, I think that the hot girls also like fucking Marvel, you know?
Yeah. Zia's a good example.
I was thinking of Zia. I was like, it's not performative that they like Marvel movies. Marvel movies are lowest common denominator movies. They're meant to be liked by everybody, you know? Like, it's not that crazy that hot women are into superhero shit.
Babes be everywhere, bruh.
Bruh. Exactly. That's how I
Babes
feel.
are everywhere, dude. You just gotta find your spot, but the babes will pop up, bruh.
That's all I had on that.
I think that was actually really good. I think
Thank
that was a
you.
good topic.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are there other fan bases that have been nerded out like that?
I think any fan base is nerded out. If you're in a fan base, there's no such thing as a cool fan base.
I think this is
If you dedicate a lot of your life to something that's not real, I mean, I guess baseball is real, but it's like, it's not, you're not a baseball player. So to you, it's not, you know,
yeah.
it's as real as movies, you know?
I think I don't know how many.
Does that make
people-
sense?
I don't know how many people agree with this, but I think that stand-up comedy is now turning into music.
I agree.
where it has never been that way before. I think stand-up comedy's been fairly underground.
Right, I agree.
And now for the first time, it's like you're really like it's like rap. How
Because
like
you can watch it at home.
yeah, it's like I think it's like very similar to hip hop, where like yeah, of course at the beginning, like Jerry Seinfeld was like the Mama Said Knock You Out, LL Cool J. Like Jerry Seinfeld was like the LL Cool J of it, and then like time goes on and more comedians become famous, but now it's splintered.
Yeah.
And now there's a million different genres of rap, and same with metal. But I think it's becoming that.
I think it is. I mean, I guess you used to be able to, like...
Comedy Central made it a lot easier to find mainstream success.
Yeah, I was going to
Whereas
say, I
now
guess you could always kind of...
Now that Comedy Central is no longer centralized, everything is niched out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess you could always kind of buy comedy records, but it was not as much of a thing as now you can watch comedy at home, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think everything's...
Whereas you kind of had to go to it, yeah.
Where, like, if you like storytelling guys, it's different than, like, like a Mark Norman punchline after punchline, or like a Jeselnik, or...
Yeah, exactly. And it's also, like, edgy. It's seen as edgy, whether the comedy itself is edgy or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to be a fan of it is like, maybe not. It's becoming more mainstream.
No, you're right. It's a personality trait.
Fun fact, what was that? Oh, I think... Is This Thing On? Is that the name of the movie? With
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett, yes, thank you.
Wait, really? I was just spitballing.
Yeah, Will Arnett, BoJack himself. Gross. I was in the theater to see The Roses.
I got to that, by the way. That came to my mind because of the Tongue Cat Ali in Body Brain Coffee, the New Tropics.
So true. The New Tropics got that from way back here.
You know what I call it Nude Tropics.
Why is that?
Because it makes me think of naked women.
I was at the theater to see... Well, I just said it. The Roses. And one of the previews was for Is This Thing On? Well, with Will Arnett. And it starts with him going up at the cellar. And I said to my friend who I was with, I was like, oh no, I'm triggered. I don't want to be thinking about work right now. And then I said it to Mike, and he was like, yeah, we like know people that are in that. I'm like, really? I've never heard it mentioned. And he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure like Derek Gaines is in it. Is that who you said? Like
Derek Gaines makes sense.
You said it to me.
Did I?
Yes. You said we know people in that.
Is this thing on?
Yeah. You said I'm pretty sure like Yamanika and Derek Gaines are in that.
I
and,
did
like,
not say that to you, but
yes, you did. Yes, you did. Who else do I talk to, Mike?
I don't know, but I don't remember saying that.
I remember you saying that. That's crazy. I said you were like, how was the movie? Who else did I have not told anyone else that I saw this movie. We definitely had this conversation, and you were like, oh, I think maybe I inferred who you said, but you definitely said, oh, we know people in that.
Okay.
You don't believe me.
I don't remember saying that.
Either way.
Norm Macdonald was in it, guys.
Whatever. Anyway,
Doug Stanhope.
I don't
want
to see a movie about comedy.
I want to see the Doug Stanhope movie.
What's the one that not Doug Stanhope? What was the movie that Joe List just made?
Tom Dustin.
Yeah, Tom Dustin, Portrait of a Comedian. I started watching that and I really liked it.
Hell yeah.
I really liked it a lot. It came up in my YouTube subscriptions.
Wait, it's on YouTube?
Yeah, it's in parts on YouTube.
Ooh.
It's great. It's really fun.
The parts I saw at 4th of July were really good.
But it's funny. I was gonna comment that Joe like has a talking head with himself in it. Really? Like, if you didn't know that he was the creator of this movie, it would make sense. Where it's like, oh, interviewing one of Tom's friends, but it's like Joe List literally went, "All right, you hold this camera, and I'm gonna act as if you just asked me a question about Tom Dustin." Anyway, it was great.
Fucking, come on, we're doing it.
It was great. He was really likable. Anyway, that's all I had. I don't know why I brought that up. I swear to God I didn't bring it up to berate you for not remembering a conversation that we've had.
Berate you me.
Very good. Do you want to talk about midnight spook show?
Yeah.
Yes. In the morning we got a zoo. At night it's all spook show.
Ooh. I was making a clip for this, and it spawned a question in my mind. So Matt Stone and Trey Parker, they were talking
Damn,
about,
they were on the show? That's crazy.
they were talking about their famous NYU lecture, where they talked about how to write like a movie or a TV show, or just in general, like how to write a story.
Okay.
Are you familiar?
No. They were talking about this interview on Zoo? On Spook Show?
Yeah. Because they were like, this movie lacks this and could really have used
Oh, interesting. No, I'm not familiar. Can you paraphrase it?
It's super simple. And when you hear it, it'll make so much sense. It was basically when you
No, so much worse.
when you're writing a story, you want to, instead of saying and then, you want to say therefore or but.
Love it. That makes so much sense.
But, therefore, or because. It should always be a
cause and
sequence.
effect. Yeah.
There should never just be and then, and then, and then. It has to be like, this happens, therefore this happens, but this happens, therefore this happens.
Events affect each other. That makes sense to me. Yeah, absolutely.
Did
I
you
love that.
learn anything like this in college? And was there any similar advice that you got about writing?
About film and like writing and shit? The first thing that came to my mind when you asked me, fuck, I'm trying to remember the actual verbiage. Damn it. I don't even remember which class it was. But it basically deterred me from referential media. I made a hard turn on this. I'm about to get fucking out there with like storytelling and shit, so forgive me. But I took a hard turn on this in college from writing stuff that was so like mentioning existing media. You know, like this character is watching this TV show or reading this book that actually exists. Because that's all I was doing at the time, was reading shit and watching shit. And that is cheap. It relies on like an existing knowledge. One, if the person is not familiar, it doesn't have the same impact. Two, it's cheap because it relies on a well of existing knowledge. You don't have to describe a cat. Like there's a very specific one I'm thinking of where it was like writing a high school character with a Hufflepuff sticker on their notebook, right? You don't have to put in the effort to actually tell me what this person is like. You just have an existing knowledge of like Harry Potter houses or whatever.
Yeah.
To like cheaply express the vibe of this person.
Mm-hmm.
And they said you don't ever want to do that. Like it's cheap. I can't think of another word for it. But also never stop starting your stories with people waking up, especially films.
Oh yeah. You would hate What About Bob then, but it does it the best.
Ooh, what's that?
We have to watch What About Bob. It's Bill Murray, but it's a pretty
When did
funny
it come
wake-up
out?
scene.
When did it come out?
The 80s.
Yeah, a full-length feature film that came out in the 80s is different than a 5-minute student film in 2016 or whenever I was in college.
But that's an example of one where it's like it actually did paint a picture of this person's day to day as them waking up because.
There are exceptions to rules always. Do you know about
Same with the other Bill Murray one, Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day? Yeah. But the movie doesn't start with him waking up.
Yeah.
Oh, it does start with him waking up. No, you're so right. It starts with the fucking alarm clock. Anyway, there are exceptions. And if you want an actual quote from a teacher, it's this is more about actual filmmaking, and it's you lose your day 1 minute at a time.
Oh.
So that was more of like an assistant director type of advice, which is like, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, that's not really about the broad sense of like creativity or storytelling. It's about actual film sets.
Sounds like a direct Lloyd Kaufman quote.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That guy's got a fuck ton of experience.
Speaking of which, did you hear Zach? Because Lemaire is a Trauma fan, and he was talking about the re-release of Toxic Avenger, and Zach told a funny story about the other owner of Trauma that is like not on camera at all. And he's like, he's so mean, but in the best way. He was when they went to the Cannes Film Festival. Zach was going, and he goes. He said that the owner didn't realize that they were trying to organize his flights there, and the owner didn't realize that Zach was listening on the phone when the person who's organizing it and they go, who is Zach D'Amico? And they were like, oh, he's been in a couple of films, and he's like, oh yeah, the kid who shows his little dick on camera. And he's like, yeah, and he's like, oh, why don't we just send him to fucking France on our dime?
That's incredible.
And Zach's like, that's back when I was shit on a shoe, and now I'm shit on a knee.
That's great.
Yeah, so did you have any speakers or anything that you really enjoyed? There was a speaker that
Guest speakers?
Yeah.
The lady who wrote not anyone that I think anyone here would know, but I want to say Mary Carr or something, like some sort of memoir writer came to speak to us, and that was pretty cool.
There was a lady who we had a lecture in my business frat that actually Serafina is also one of my brothers.
Oh yeah, one of my brothers or sisters. Some of my brothers or sisters. One of them Serafina. That's a throwback to an old episode.
I found that out recently. I told her that DSP stands for like disabled special needs persons, and she didn't realize that she was
in it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
She didn't buy it. I was like, damn it, I was really hoping for that. And after this, I was like, I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do. She was like, well, what do you like? And I was like, I mean, I like stand-up comedy, but it's so hard to like get into. And she's like, well, you don't have to be a stand-up comedian. Just figure out a way that you can, everyone always needs help with something. Just find out a way where you can be useful.
Yeah.
And that's when I
literally
started
what
looking.
You're doing. That rules.
Yeah.
That's great.
The other one was before that. I didn't like. I still do. I love advertising, and what really got my love for it was this guy David D. He's a fucking man. He came and did a lecture at our school, and he was talking about how they did like advertising campaigns where they would do it in like a kind of a fun way, and he made advertising seem like fun, where it doesn't have to be this like sleazy kind of like, just
coercive.
Like, yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be like it can actually be like fun in trying to find solve a problem for someone and find the person you're solving a problem for in like not in a in an actual like fun and kind of like helpful way.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was talking about how like he had a project for like there's a section of Philly called Jewelers Row, and they had like they like did up a bench or something. I forget what they did, but they like incorporated a bench in their advertisement, and it was like just in a very organic way. And they made it just they just made it seem like you can do advertising in an organic way that actually felt productive rather than just like cramming bullshit down your throat.
Yeah.
And it made me appreciate it, where I'm like, it seemed like a fun, if you found the right company, it seems like a fun industry to work in. And
Yeah.
eventually, yeah. So
Hire Mike to do your advertising.
also there was a speaker that taught us about how credit is your friend.
You should learn that.
Yeah. And I remember talking to him afterwards, and he was telling us all about how to like build your credit and use like points to your advantage. And
Yeah.
that was really useful to me.
That's huge.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, just everything as a rewards program. Just join all of them. He's like,
Yeah.
you're going to save so much money.
Yeah, I agree with that entirely. I got fucking fast food apps that I never go to just because I'm like, you might as well. It's free.
But even
I'm a member of every supermarket.
But he was like, he was like, it's like, if you really get into the nitty gritty of like using like credit card points with reward systems, it's like cutting coupons where like you go to the grocery store and they owe you money somehow for a can of tomatoes.
My stepmom's like that.
But like you can do that,
with
I
credit
guess,
cards,
with like
not with coupons. She's really good at the credit stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
that
fun.
was helpful, and now I need to actually implement that in my life.
Right. The problem with for me personally with especially credit cards and points and stuff is that it will incentivize me to buy shit, and I do not need to be incentivized any more than I already am to buy shit. You now, as someone who lives with me, you know that.
Yeah. Well,
Where it's like, yeah, I could get a Victoria's Secret credit card. I would be buying underwear every other week. Like, I don't need that.
women be shopping, and this is why they fucking put shorts under their skirts.
This
Just
is-
because they want to buy shit.
This has been Gas Digital, now the Gas Digital wrap-up show. If you liked it and you think we got there, visit... Well, if you're watching this on Gas Digital, you should go to Gas Digital now on YouTube and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. When we get there, we will do a wild and crazy Q&A. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're so inclined, you should go to the new gasdigital.com.
Get the app.
Get the app, use code NOW for a discount on your membership. That reflects well on us. Follow me and Natalie DeChico Edits on Instagram. Mike? Oh, and listen to my other podcast, That's Hot. Just singing over my plugs. Cool, I see how it is.
Now your turn. You can follow the Gas Digital accounts at Gas Digital.
Uh-huh. I only plugged us. You can plug the website.
I'm waiting for you to say.
I can feel it.
And that's on Instagram and Twitter at Gas Digital. YouTube at Gas Digital Network. I'm posting classic clips there. And you can also follow me at That Blind Mike. And again, like she said, check out the website. Promo code NOW.
Yeah. Wish us luck. We're apartment hunting.
Later, fellas.
Bye.
Yeah, if you know of a 1-bedroom in Jersey City.
Or a 2-bedroom, if it's affordable. If you would do us a solid, because we're friends.
I'll suck your dick.